The guy sees us clearly all walk up as a family, walks over to my chick, tells her, "Hey, are you a supermodel tonight?" I had to tell him I'd beat the fuck out of him, but then the kid started crying. He was apologetic. And then everyone looked at me like I was the bad guy. That's the generation gap. You guys were more like, we're all going to fight each other, like racism fights. And then after you guys left, it was more of like, everyone hooked up. It's evil as fuck to tell people or talk to them about their life because you're not walking in their life. So every individual person's different.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Unbiased Dating Podcast, where we're going to be talking about some juicy stuff. So I am your host, Jay. I have my co-host, Bryant, but at the time it's Kenny, Kenny, or yeah, I'll say that because
we're keeping it fresh here. Yeah, we're not
say like, oh, sketch over there.
Well, this is just, we're pre-sequeling the show. This is the first intros and kind of setup.
Yeah, I don't know where you're at, Brian. You're slacking on life. Just kidding. Anyway, so we're
that'll be tomorrow.
So we're about to hop into just the all aspects of dating, relationship, spouses, because us men don't buy our spouses flowers often. He does, I don't. But then I took his advice, and it was ready, hot and heavy, right? He was like, "Hey, you got to do this. She'll jump on it," right? So,
well, if you don't ever do it, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, actually, at work. So, I was like, hey, like at work or whatever, I had him, I had him sent to her work. She's like,
oh,
she, at her desk, she was crying. She's like, this fool never does it. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, definitely. I think if you don't do flowers and you don't do anything for your ladies often, not saying Jay doesn't, I'm just saying like for the flowers,
I don't.
If you don't with flowers, for sure. One way to do it is to show how much you care is by bringing them home. You don't have to do it like, don't ever do it where it's going to be a point like, I fucked up, so I'm going to get you flowers, or I fucked up, it's like not a reward system. It's more of a system where it's an appreciation system. So you have to give it to them, like, not saying monthly or whatever, but you try to do it monthly for sure to show them that you do care.
Well, you do it every 2 weeks.
Bro, the Mexicans on the corner, $10 on the way home, hey, right to the window.
You can spend $100.
Sending to the work for sure is more of like every 5 years. Just to show the, like when they're least expecting it, don't ever like, you just want to show them that when they're not expecting it because it's something that should be valued more.
Dang. Yeah. So, at my age, I am older. I am married. I still learn stuff. And we are about to hop into like deep stuff in the game. Like, hey, what to say, what not to say. What to do, what not to do. Even if you aren't that spouse, as in you have some people who won't let other people speak to their spouses, because we got him over here. He's defensive because I heard a story on Halloween. Some homie was like, "Dang, wow, you look awesome in that all tight and stuff," and this fool about to swing on the homie. So yeah, you remember, you even told me about this.
Yeah, so I walk up with my family. I'm holding one kid's hand, and she's holding another kid's hand. We walk up to the party. I go to drop the bean dip. The guy sees us clearly all walk up as a family, walks over to my chick, tells her, "Hey, are you a supermodel tonight?"
Sheesh.
So thanks for the compliment, bro, but girls don't want to be approached right off the bat, especially by a crackhead-looking guy. Or any guy in general. They're not there just to be, hey, walk up, "Oh, what's up, girl?" It's fucking shit, you know what I mean? You could fucking try to talk to a chick that's not with their family and approach them in a different way. Like, "Hey, how's your night going?" Not a fucking creep like, "Oh, what's up, girl?" Looking like a supermodel. Yeah, heard that before, I'm sure, But yeah.
So like, at what point are you holding back? Because I know some people who will be like, "Oh, wrong words, you get lit up."
Yeah. That was the old Kenny. But now that I got kids, can't be doing that. You got to go home with the fam bam. So I had to tell him I'd beat the fuck out of him, but then the kid started crying, and he was apologetic, and then everyone looked at me like I was the bad guy. So then that was it.
No, it's crazy you say that, because that right there is, I guess, now society as a whole nowadays just so weak, or just
Well, cop callers
offended
until they get socked, and then they call the cops. They're, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's backwards for sure. So you definitely want to be, if you're a family man, reserved. But if I was in your case, he's done. You know what I mean? Because then you don't have kids to worry about when you go to jail.
Okay, but you still have to have that intent, because you have to show the cops or whoever, your attorney, the DA, all that stuff, that you had to fight because of self-defense.
Yeah, which that's not, I don't think that's considered self-defense for a guy just being, you know.
G?
Ain't gonna get no pussy that way.
Oh, some actually do.
Really?
They're like, what's up, girl? I'm looking thick. And then, but not with the family. Bro.
Sure,
Ooh,
Jay.
sheesh.
Show me these guys.
No. I'm saying don't do it with the family. Cause
Yeah. No, that's just a stupid scene.
But yeah, you have
That was
changed
a minute
for
back.
sure.
Yeah.
Because you would be like, just see red. Actually,
I was until the
That
kid started
avoids-
crying, and then it was, you know what I mean, brought me back down.
but you know what? I think he would have smashed you though. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
You're like, bro, he doesn't know. So here's where we actually go online and see all of the most controversial topics on dating. So, this one right here, I don't even know if you can hear it, but
Men universally between 18 to 60 want women between 18 to 24. That's women's prime years, 18 to 24. Men prefer younger women. It's been that way since the beginning of time. 18 to 24 is a woman prime years. That's what I was trying to tell her before.
I was retarded when I was 24. I wasn't
Exactly. What the fuck?
So we're not talking personality here, girl.
I didn't have what I have now that I.
so is that true? So between 18 and 24 are the prime years.
I would say body, yeah.
But what?
Mental, no.
Actually, some are smart, bro.
They're smart, but they're
They lack the experience of life.
just ready to go. You know what I mean? They're trying to experience different people
Oh no.
in those ages. You got to learn sometime. Anything. Well, actually, sorry. They started like now.
Whoa.
In high school? Okay, you were in high school when you did everything.
I didn't do anything till I was out of high school.
Oh, shit.
I was a late bloomer.
Everyone I know did stuff all through high school. Pretty much everything.
Huh. So his is
That's the
kinda
generation gap. You guys were more like, we're all going to fight each other. You know?
Practically, yeah.
Like racism fights or whatever.
Yeah, you're at my table.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And
But,
then after you guys left, it was more of like, I guess everyone hooked up. And then after that, it was like all these fools started doing fucking ecstasy, you know, mainly a lot of ecstasy in high school. And then, yeah,
Yeah.
all the other stuff. I mean, I only did it once, but
Sheesh, I haven't tried anything. I like, for what? Because how I was raised raised around drugs, you know, and I'm like, bro, you have no fucking teeth. I don't want that. you
Yeah,
know?
no,
like
for
you
sure.
see people, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? And then I go,
what do you mean?
sheesh, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm not sure if you were
job.
aware, but our teeth actually hold our jaw in alignment, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've seen people that don't have teeth.
I didn't do really any
they're
drugs, but you know, just have bad teeth, pulling them out.
But still,
All the fronts are there.
but still, all the front six. No,
Yeah.
But still, you are with someone who's awesome. She's gorgeous. She's an awesome person, and you have kids with her. So that right there is kind of like, oh, I don't look a certain way, so I can't go out and talk to people, right? It's like, you can, right?
Well, I mean, easily.
Because you've been out there and tried it and done it constantly, because I would say it's all reps. It's reps.
Yeah. I think definitely doing sales as a kid or like when you're young, like actual sales, like whether it may be anything I did, LA Fitness. Now for sure though, but it all teaches you like, car sales,
that's
gym
huge.
membership sales, whether it's going to be like a pyramid scheme sales.
Yep.
Jay. And then
air quotes. It works my job is a pyramid scheme, bro. If you see how much I do compared to the top dogs,
yeah,
it makes sense though that's how it's structured. There's so many people who don't know how it's structured because you have people like, oh, I got paid this per hour, but I did this much to make them this much. Yeah. But they had to do the heavy lifting to have a store for you to come in, all the power on and all the extra stuff.
So the pyramid scheme teaches you there's a hierarchy in life. Without that, you're just working. People don't know that. You're just working.
Don't say names.
At the store, you're just working.
Just say at jobs.
At jobs, you're just working.
I'm going to edit that out.
That's fine. And then you could do a lot of that. What was I going to say about it, though?
About...
Stupid. The hierarchy of everything.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, hierarchy.
Just bleep it. You don't have to edit it out. Just beep.
I know.
Yeah, so then about the hierarchy and everything that you learn. So if you're going to put enough time into a pyramid scheme, if you dedicate
the table, please.
Your life to it, I can't do all that. It's just part of me that is smoking.
All right,
no.
sounds good.
But yeah, if you're going to do all of that, you're going to make it like anything else. You can make it successful. So if you're going to do a pyramid scheme, you better fucking go 10 times harder because to even get anywhere in there, you have to be life devoted.
For sure.
Because when I was after I got out of school and everyone's trying to find out who they are, what jobs they're doing, they had, a couple of them where one was an insurance. I'm trying to be more vague. An insurance company where,
Just
if you
say a multi-level marketing.
Whatever. And then so, if you did signed up, then you'd sign up all these people, you'd get commission, all this commission trickles down. And then there was another one, which was a knife company.
Cutco?
Yep, everyone did the Cutco.
But I'll say the names because I'm not a part of that.
Yeah,
company.
Prepaid Legal, Cutco, some fucking energy drink, sea moss, from the ocean. So when you learn all those things, you're like, okay, well, now instead of doing just that company, why don't I just focus on something else that I do or love, and then you're going to succeed no matter what. But
True.
If you were like, hey, I want to be the best at selling shirts, then you could go be the best at selling shirts. But if you're working at a company that's just a retail company, you're never going to make a success selling that you love.
So true. Because I've seen where it leads, and I'm like, whoa. And no, it's
you
crazy.
go waste 10 years, just blink by.
I'm an 18-year now.
No, I know, but I'm saying in general.
So for some people who hate their job, you guys use that to network. Because I meet so many people that I'm going to have on the podcast who I would not have met. I probably had like at the store because all of us eat food, right? Or I hope.
Well, you're in retail,
you're
but I guess now you're at the store. But yeah, that's fine.
Beep. So yeah,
no, I think the truth of it though is that they shouldn't hate their job. They should hate themselves for putting themselves in that position.
But you have certain people who don't know. Like,
well, you don't think about it. Some people that go through,
like, oh, I have to have a job because I was told by my mom and dad I have to go bills now. Yay.
Well, welcome to society, you weak motherfucker. What do you want to do? You want to go jump on a rainbow and float around like these idiots?
Or
you want to be government assisted?
Oh,
these people, those are the dummies.
Shit, that's not getting edited out.
Good, wake up. Go get a job or go work something, and then you'll make some money.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. All right, and then, so for certain people that all have on.
Stupid people that just can't.
Hold on. So, yeah,
work.
He's a little heated right now, which is awesome. But, okay.
Well, no, I just don't like people that don't work and then cry about where they're at in life.
So, for this one right here, what would, and then I'll be like, okay. So here's a part where, what would you do? All right, hard for women to say. Oh, okay, here. Because I think your boo.
Simple. You're going to make more money. That means a smaller pool of men are attractive to you. Those men that make that same level of money are going to go with a younger, hotter girl a lot of the times. So you're effectively making it harder for yourself to find a guy as you make more money and get older. I tell girls, find a guy when you're young, because you only have a finite amount of time to meet the guy that you want, but you can always go back and chase a career after the fact.
Is that true, you think?
Yeah, I think a lot of women, they don't understand the difference between a nature of a person compared to what they have. So, like, you could still be poor and have a better life than having a guy with a lot of money and then never having a life.
Yeah, I can see that. But
Unless there is some that have a successful company that they could still be home a lot.
True.
But all the really rich fools I know, they work 16 hours a day. They're not home.
Yeah. So their wife or their spouse is, could be doing other things. I hope they're not. So the FYI, you guys.
Well, that's
girls.
just bad juju in the air.
Yeah. Sorry, but it's facts.
No, it's just not having the companion you need compared to the money. What's more important, money or companionship? Because when I was younger, I used to work in San Francisco, so I'd work up there for 2 weeks, be home for a week. Work up there for 2 weeks, be home for a week. So at first it's sick, the money's good, everything's going on, but eventually you're gone more than you're home. Yeah. So anytime that's the case, it's like, people naturally, you're just lonely. So you got to be home, you got to be present every day, at least, certain amount of time just to be relevant, or else you're non-relevant together no more.
Yeah, that's huge. And there's a lot of people who are like, So what do you do when you go out? You're like, you go to talk and you're like, there's nothing to talk about. Yeah.
Because we're not relevant together no more. We don't do nothing together.
Yeah. So do you think it's important to make days that you are home, either if you have a spouse, or a spouse or not, you're just, with somebody, and then if you have little kids or not?
This goes back to the flowers, Jay.
Sheesh. But yeah, so
every day counts. It's not about making time, making efforts, flowers, chocolates, or Valentine's Day, whatever. It's about making every day that special to be with that person.
So basically you're saying you still date your person even though you are with them, because you have to keep it interesting. You have to keep it going because you
No, you don't have to keep it going. You're only doing that because you've secluded yourself to these things.
Going? What do you? So
you just said it.
Hold on. Let me explain myself. So you have some people who are just work, like how you're saying you work X amount of hours, whatever, and then you come home. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that happens for years and years and years.
Yeah.
That's boring. So you have to keep dating your spouse, your partner, to keep it fun.
Well, if you're stuck, this is all situational. If you're stuck doing that hour that you're home better be focused on giving each other support and love. But if you're home all the time, you have that already, so you're already able to talk for longer, be more relevant, but you can't just do it it can't be for over time, which we're still younger, but a lot of older relationships or people that I've seen grow up, they try to chase certain special times in relationships, or, we're going to do this yearly or, anniversary or whatever. Shouldn't be that way. It should be you guys are always focusing on each other's mental health to be happy together. One might, if one tells you, hey, I need this, then one should be like, okay, well, then I'm going to give you that because we're relevant together as a partnership. But if you're saying, hey, I need this, you need this, and one's not doing it, for example, like we talked about, at my house with you and Nicole, that can be something as simple as cleaning. If you're not cleaning and that person wants you to clean, it's not the fact that you're like, I got to clean for her. The fact is that your partner is asking you that I need this from you.
Yeah. So with that, hers are acts of service. So for me, for a while, I was like, I'm going to be a slave.
Yeah.
That's how I seen it.
But some people feel different through different actions. So hers are acts of service. What are yours?
Her time and her touch.
Okay. So then she should honor that. And then
she is.
Well, there you go. Then you should do the act of service. No problem. You should be happy to clean the dishes and shit. But it could be anything from like anything. It could be like every person's different. So, same thing with different relationships. You could be like, hey, some person might need like we talked about acts of service or touch or, I can't really reference much else because that's pretty
affirmations.
Relevant.
Like, dang, girl, you got that booty, though.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, you got to be able to compliment her if she needs it. Bro, whatever it is, they'll tell you.
Okay. I'm going to be as vague as possible. At jobs, here, let's just say at jobs.
It's hard to be vague on jobs.
Okay.
We're training.
You have some people, my husband or boyfriend, he's like, he doesn't tell me I'm cute, I'm hot, or anything, ever.
And you tell him? That should be the question they should be telling her. So
I would tell him, but she was like, no, don't say anything. I'm like, because now I'm the person that wants happiness for everyone. Like, just to be happy because you have so much, oh, I hate this. I'm like, then leave. Oh, I can't. What?
That's a personal battle that they battle. But with the person coming into it, it goes down to being evil or good. And these are decisions you got to make.
Evil?
Yeah, it's evil as to tell people or talk to them about their life because you're not walking in their life. So every individual person's different.
So I will only speak up if they ask for my opinion. But other than that, I don't.
But you got to know your opinion's going to make their life hopefully more better. But you got to tell them too. You got to tell them like, look, you can't seek other people's opinions because they're going to steer you in the wrong way of your true heart.
Ooh,
and these chicks are fucking, that's evil, is going out and asking other dudes, getting them all riled up because they're like, oh shit, this girl's not happy. Fuck, man, maybe I'm not happy. And then next, well, hey, here we go, So it's about being like, hey, you need to, whatever advice you give, since most of the time you shouldn't give advice to other people because it's hard to walk in their shoes. You could be a homewrecker not even knowing it by giving bad advice. When in reality, she just needed someone to tell her like how to be better with her husband, and tell her, hey, you shouldn't seek advice from other men. It's not going to, or anybody. You got to figure this out in yourself, your own heart.
Yeah, that's huge.
Because they're going to fuck your shit up.
They're like, oh, well, that person said this. And then you have somebody who like, oh, who did you talk to? I'm going to go talk to this person. And then stuff goes down. Hence why I'm like, do you really want my opinion? So
there's a lot of snakes. So it's like you can't go with your advice to other people because it's really not going to benefit you at all.
Unless you know for a fact they can see it from each side.
Go to a counselor then.
Bro, you got people who are not about.
What are you doing? You're trying to
shrinks.
Yeah, but you're going to a counselor from a instead of somebody. Why don't go to a professional?
I have
but I'm just saying, yeah. So I'm saying don't ask at all because you're asking from some person that's really not certified to even talk.
Bro, you're like 16,
yeah.
And you have well, I heard from this person who heard off of YouTube that you shouldn't. It's like, do they know you?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, yeah.
But a lot of stuff on the Unbiased, they won't like what I say about it.
Good, because, hey, so here's the thing. If you guys will not sit here, but if you will kind of be here and actually watch or hear what we're talking about, do not be offended. If you're offended by certain things that are facts, that I've experienced, you've experienced, you guys, this is not our opinions. This is like actual events that happen. So, like for us sitting here, we're unbiased to hear what is said,
Each individual person's feelings, not
feelings.
That.
I don't know about feelings because for me, like, oh, your emotions, like if I were to kind of sit in that and be like, oh, okay, I'm like, I would be huge. I would be, morbidly obese because I like ice cream.
Yeah.
I like to sit and watch. Well, not really anymore, because I have a lot of stuff to do.
I'm getting there.
But, bro, you have stuff to do. You have like a house to maintain. Fool, you got land, so that's kind of hard for you. And you got kids, sheesh, and a wife, sheesh.
Not yet. One day.
And you're an entrepreneur, so that's awesome. I won't hop into that. It's already half an hour on just small little topics like that.
Yeah, but I gotta say one thing too.
Sheesh.
But to finish up the topic about it being evil and good, each individual person is not a good person or a bad person. You have a lot of people that don't believe in God. And I'll start there.
Bro, you're going with God. Oof.
Yeah, because I'll start there because not that the people that believe in God are better. They just have an open mind of trying to be not bad. So you battle those demons of trying to not be bad. So when you come across people that don't believe or don't care about that, they don't care about hurting you, or they have more excuses of why it's okay to be on a bad spectrum. So when it comes down to being evil and good, you could come to a person that is like, hey, I'm not happy in my marriage, right? Like you were saying. And then you come talk to a person that doesn't even believe in marriage. They're like, marriage, you know what I mean? Like that shit is not even like relevant to me. Then they don't care to wreck a marriage because they don't even believe in marriage. See what I mean?
Yeah, and I think for that right there, there are so many people who have been, or they're like, oh, I hate marriage. For what?
Or it's just a piece of paper,
Yeah.
or it's this. That's because society doesn't want a strong family. It wants people broken. What's stronger than a group? Nothing. When you're by yourself, it's solitude. You're by yourself. So when you're in a family aspect, you go online, you're not going to have chicks or videos showing, hey, have a family, have a wife, have kids. They're saying, oh, I'm a fucking baller. I'm a, you know, I don't need men in my life. I don't need all this. That's all the evilness in the world pushing away from that, which makes it worse for dating. You're never going to get a good date or a good person because they're going to be about themselves. And it's not about yourself. It's about becoming a partnership. Just like your marriage. See? And that comes down to being a better person. And that's why I say it's evil or good. Because if you're not going to be better or try to help everybody in life, you're helping yourself. And that's not what life's about.
That's huge. That's huge. So with that, we're going to conclude today's episode. We have a lot more, but I hope you guys enjoyed that, and like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Grizzle.
Thank you for being on the podcast, sir. And again, how is just a prequel, I guess, to what is to come.
Testing.